Hi, so I'm Kimberly Washington, and this is my first calculus project. So, for my first question for review was from Remote Knowledge Check 4, and it was question 5. And so I saw that the only thing that I actually got wrong on this question was the value for amplitude and A, which are equal. So, getting one wrong would have meant getting the other one wrong. And so I got this question wrong because I actually only counted the intervals on the side of the graph instead of doing the actual mathematical portion of obtaining the amplitude. So it would have been 4 if I would have done the math correctly, but I did not. So I actually only got a value of 2 since I only counted the side, which is right here. So I actually only counted what was right here and what was right here instead of doing the actual math for this whole thing, which would have been 12 minus 4 divide that by 2. So it would have been 8 divided by 2, and that would have actually given us 4. So this is what I should have done, but I did not, and I just assumed this value was 2, but it was not. For my next question, I did question 6 from Remote Knowledge Check 3, and so the equation for this problem was actually the compounded equation, since it would compound it monthly, which would have been 12 for n. And so this is our initial value right here. This is our rate, this is our compounded intervals, and this is time, which is in years in this question. And for A is usually what we solve for, but in this question I had to solve for R, so A was actually just the double of our initial, so it was 17,980, and then I plugged it all in here. And I used a solver for this, so the entirety of 17,980 was actually moved to the end, and it was actually subtracted. So my entire equation could be set to 0, and I could solve. And for my first initial guess for R, I used 0.05, but after alpha solved, we saw that R actually equals 0.03653, but multiply that by 100 and you get 3.65%, which is a correct solution to this problem. But when I tried to figure out what I had done wrong to get my answer that I put in for the actual test, I put in 6, and so I wasn't sure exactly how I had done it, but I assume it was something like this. While this doesn't give us a perfect value of 6, you can't see that. This does not give us a perfect value of 6%, but it is the closest that I could find as to why I put 6% into as my answer. So I think I may have done this also, so this A would have still been double, but minus one more initial, and that would have given us 26,970. And so when you put this into solver, so when it's all of this put into solver minus 26, this is really bad, all of that, and that equals 0, then you get a pretty close decimal, which was 0.057, which I may have rounded to get the answer of 6%, which is where I think I may have made the mistake. I'm not sure why I thought there was another P here, but that is probably what the mistake was made. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.